Today I'm finishing off the Bunnies and Bloom pad from Simple Stories. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. Today is Smash Those Small Pads. It's a collaboration I do with my friend Sarah, who's crafting and relaxing here on YouTube. And each month we pick a pad smaller than 12 by 12 and work on using it up. This month, all month long, I have been working on using this Bunnies and Bloom 6 by 8 pad from Simple Stories. And I have made a ton of other projects with it, which I will show you after I use up what I have left here. But I am down to 3 full sheets of the pattern paper, plus some scraps and cut aparts and a few embellishments. So my plan is to make some cards with this, to use this up, and then like I said, I'll show you all of the other goodies I have made. I have made a lot with this pad, so I will share that with you, but for now, let's go ahead and get making our cards. we got 8 cards from this round, from those last few sheets of pattern paper that we had. I have 6 cards from the Sheet Load Rewind that recently posted. And then another 5 cards from my tape runner design team video that I did using 2 of my No Scraps sketch sets. So that's like 19 cards that we've gotten. And I will have all those linked in all the videos linked in the description box below. And then also, in addition to the pad and a couple packs of embellishments, I also had this card kit. And so I made a few cards. I made the ones that weren't, I guess I made the ones that would make good donation cards. Sending you sunshines, nice positive message, live life in full bloom, bouncing by with the springtime high, and bloom where you are planted. And then the rest of the like matte layers and embellishments, I kind of funneled into all the other projects that I've done. So at least I got that kit used up. And then I managed to get a lot of scrapbook pages. So I have this one. Remember, some of you hear this all the time, but if you are new here, I make 3 sets of album layouts. 1 for myself and then 1 each for both of my daughters. So you do see like repeated layouts. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're not, sometimes pictures are different. But I have a multi-page layout here. This is mostly, I guess it's a combination. There is 1 sheet from the Simple Stories pad, and then I have some other scraps pulled in. And then these embellishments down here are from the Simple Stories line. And then I did a pocket page because I had a lot of photos, and I used some of the paper and the cut aparts and embellishments to create like journal cards in this layout. So just kind of have a mix of different things. And then this was from a different paper line, but went with that set. So then this Easter layout, and this is Easter of 2020, by the way. I used a couple sheets of the paper and then a lot of the embellishments. I was really focused on using anything Easter related. There wasn't, even though it's Bunnies and Blooms, it was mostly a spring theme pad, so there was not a ton of Easter items. So I was trying to find all the Easter embellishments and use those, and I did bring in some other embellishments from my stash to supplement those. So that was a 2-page layout. And then this is my other daughter's 2-page layout. So again, it used a couple different sheets. This was a little strip left from the kit. And then some random, like just some embellishments from the collection. And then this was a layout I made for the Craft with 5 challenge a few weeks ago. And again, used a couple sheets of the paper and then used some of the die cuts and the puffy stickers from the embellishment packs. Those are pretty much the same. And then this was spring layout that I did. So use journaling card, and then this was the first one I did, and so I had 2 sheets of the 6x8. One was like more of a matting, one was kind of, I don't know, a placeholder, I guess, that, I could add a photo and a title. So this one, I was trying to recreate it, but I didn't have another full 6x8 sheet that worked, so I had 2 scraps. This is like a sheet from the pad, so like this was a 4x6 piece, and then this was a matting layer from that card kit, so I just kind of pieced those together, but then was trying to use up some of the spring embellishments. And then I have one more spring layout here, and this one I was trying to use some of the garden focused items. So there were some patterns that had like garden prints and seeds, and so I was trying to use those on here. And then at one point I had a page kit from the Bunnies and Bloom too, I think. And so I had some of the page kit elements left. And so that's where this title came from. It was nice and big. And then again, was just trying to use up all of the gardening stickers, gardening related stickers I could find. And then I used some of the other embellishments. So I feel like this pad went a long way. For 24 sheets, yeah, 24 sheets, I got like 12 pages, if not more, like individual pages, not necessarily layouts. And then including with the kit, I've got like over 20 cards. And so I finished off the pad, the card kit. I had pretty much the full set of foam stickers and puffy stickers. And then I also had some, these were like the chipboard and enamel dot, or not enamel dot type things, the chipboard and the brad looking items. So like this right here with the little metal rim, I had partial sheet of that left. So I used all those up. And then I also pulled in a Love from Lizzie embellishment pack. I cannot talk this morning. This was from a recent, oh, there's a piece back here, a recent card kit, and the colors worked with some of the colors in the pad. And so like you saw me use some of those on this set of cards here. And then I also used some on this set of cards that I made. So I finished off, 4 things of embellishments, a pad, and a kit with this. This was a multi-purpose smash, and I've been working on it all month, and so now I am ready to move on to a new project. But lots of spring vibes with this one, and I am happy that I got so much out of it. I got a lot done. So this pad was well worth the money. But I thank you all so much for your time today. Please be sure to check the description box and go see Sarah and what she made for Small Pad, what she smashed. As always, I thank you guys so very much for your time today and hope you all have a very crafty day.